One of my favorite quotes of all time is Dostoevsky's famous line, "One day beauty will save the world." And while I think that is true, and it resonates so deeply with me, I also think that before beauty saves the world, it will threaten the current dysfunctional order, and it will disrupt, and it will look like destruction to some people. My name is Mina, and I'm back today with another video, and today is not a story time. Today is another one of those more philosophical conversations. Now, about a week or two ago, I was driving with my sister in the southeastern United States. We were on a road trip, and we got off of the interstate at one point, and we were driving through some back roads, and we stumbled upon this little village almost that was about 30 minutes outside of Asheville, North Carolina. And it was so beautiful. There was a historic playhouse, there were little shops, little restaurants, and there were these massive, beautiful homes, and then interspersed throughout were these small, beautiful, but simple 1,500 maybe or 2,000 square foot homes. And there was this canopy of trees. Everything was just so harmonious, so beautiful. And we were saying to each other, wow, look at this, look at this, look at this. It just had such an impact on our moods. And we just felt so uplifted driving through this area. And then about a mile down the road, we get out from under the canopy of trees and emerge into an area full of strip malls and brutalist architecture. And the shift that happened was so crazy. It was palpable. And that was just such a juxtaposition, right? The beautiful environment followed by something that was practical but completely ugly. It just was so demoralizing. And another situation I've been thinking about a lot, just sipping my coffee here. Another situation that has been on my mind a lot regarding beauty is I've gone back to university to complete a degree program, and it is crazy how much culture has shifted in the last, I would say, 7 years, because it has been about 7 years since I went to university for the first time. And, when I was going, people did dress casually, don't get me wrong, but casual meant a nice pair of jeans, some, decent shoes. They could be sandals, flip-flops, open toe, but they were, in good condition, and a simple shirt with no really gaudy branding or anything of that nature. That was casual. And there were a lot of girls and women that would wear casual skirts and dresses, and it just, it was casual and yet put together. And now, 7 years later, at the institution that I am at now, it seems like literally about 60% or more of the student population goes to class every day in stained hoodies, sweatpants, pajama pants. And these are not the kind of pajama pants where, you're kind of questioning, is that a yoga pant or a pajama pant? Is that a sweat or a pajama? No, they're clearly pajama pants. These are not like those. I think there were some jeans marketed at some point on like QVC or something that were secretly pajamas, but they looked like jeans. No, it's not this. These are classic pajama pants or gym clothes that, for some people, they're student athletes, it makes sense. But for other people, they're wearing like a gym shirt with pajama pants. They're wearing slippers. The amount of people that go to class in literal house slippers is insane. And I know I sound like a total boomer when I'm talking about this, and people could ask, okay, why does this matter? Why do these clothing choices make any difference? Well, I will say it does not surprise me that probably over half of the student population at the institution that I'm at have some pretty serious mental health issues. It doesn't surprise me at all because, if I every day woke up at the last minute before class, 5 minutes before, and threw on a hoodie instead of my pajamas and put on some slippers and went to class, I feel depressed too. So, our clothing and our environment, they have such a huge impact on us psychologically and emotionally, but people don't acknowledge that. And if you try to bring that point up, you're going to sound like a boomer, you're going to sound like some old timer that is disgruntled and criticizing the youth, even though I am a youth. So these situations have been percolating in my brain, and I've been wondering, why is it that our current society has so much resistance against the concept of beautifying ourselves, our wardrobe, our home environment, our daily schedule? Why do we have so much pushback against something that makes us feel better and enriches our lives? And I think that there is a macro level to this and a micro level. So on the macro level, our current society is run by very wealthy elites who see us, the regular people, as expendable worker bees, as basically robots, and they want us to wake up, go to work, make money for them, go home, rinse and repeat. We're not human beings to them, who are self-actualized and who have dreams and desires and a soul, who want to experience spiritual realities and have an emotionally fulfilling life. We're not that to them. We are just robots that they want to use. We are resources. They want to extract resources out of us. And so if we dare spend any time or energy or resources on something that's not making them money or getting them resources, it is a threat to them. And I think that, I don't know how, but perhaps through the media, perhaps through the education system, I'm not sure, but there is this thought process that's passed down that discredits beauty, right? We have this whole group of people in society that act like spending any time to beautify yourself or your home or whatever the case may be, it's just shallow and superficial and vain and a waste of time. There's so many negative adjectives that are going to be thrown at you if you are a person that prioritizes beauty in your life in any major capacity. So whether these people that are running our society are doing this consciously or unconsciously, I'm not sure. And I don't really think that it matters because the result is the same. They have a vested interest in keeping us being these robotic people, right? That don't have our own compass, our own life. And then on the micro level, people that are individual people that are operating in this sick system sometimes take on attributes of this system. So people in your life, regular people, start to see you as only a resource, as only something that can do something for them. And so if you are taking your energy and your resources and you're pouring that into yourself, into your environment, and you're not doing something productive that is going to immediately benefit them, they hate that because they don't see you as a person. They see you as a source of resources that they can extract, just like these elites that are in power see you. So instead of realizing, we're in this super dysfunctional system that is stripping us of our humanity and we need to combat the system, they get on board with it and they start implementing the system on a smaller scale with their family or with their friends and the people around them. So how does this tie into being a feminine woman? What is a feminine woman supposed to do? Really, there is not a lot I think that we can do, but we need to be aware that just by being ourselves and by seeking to bring beauty into the world, we are a threat to the current order. I would say be very, very careful of anyone in your life who discourages you from spending time on personal grooming or home decor, gardening, or even beautifying your schedule. By beautifying the schedule, I mean incorporating little moments throughout the day where you are savoring life and where you are just bringing a little bit of joy into your life that has nothing to do with tasks or productivity. If there's someone in your life that is discouraging you from doing that, I would really, really carefully look into this person and investigate this person's intentions. Because in my experience, whenever someone has been really critical of me doing makeup or even spending time on skincare and things of that nature, something like makeup, it is very cultural. So that one, I would say it can be 50-50, but with things like skincare and with wanting to put up pictures in your home, wanting to have house plants, if this person is constantly discouraging you, saying it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, etc., you need to be very careful of this person, because often this is the person in your life that is seeing you as a mule and as a vehicle for them to achieve what they want, rather than as a unique human person with your own soul, with your own desires, and all of these things. So that is my piece of advice. And also, don't stop. Don't stop what you're doing. Don't try to justify yourself and explain yourself. And, we all know that our environment has an impact on us. There are studies about this, but we don't need to talk about the studies. We don't need to bring them up. We don't need to justify why we are spending time wallpapering our room or planting flowers in the yard or, taking a little bit of time to do our hair. Do not justify, do not explain, and do not stop what you're doing, because it is so needed in our society today to be courageous enough to beautify our lives on every single level. This is so life-affirming. It is something that gives us our humanity back. And I just hate to see when you have young women give up this side of themselves because they've been shamed into doing so by other people, because they've been called selfish, because they've been called shallow, when that is the furthest thing from the truth. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have any thoughts, feel free to leave them below, and I will talk to you soon.